jungle.
Good day. This is Doc in beautiful South Africa, coming to you with Doc's Adventures in Africa. And today we are joined by a couple of very good friends of mine from West Des Moines, Iowa, and I would like them to introduce themselves, and then we'll just have a bit of a discussion. We've worked with them off and on for several years, and so Steve and DeAnn, take the floor. Tell us who you are.
Steve Howard and my beautiful wife, DeAnn Howard.
Thank you. And what I believe that most of our listeners are interested in is your experiences in South Africa and our mutual experiences together. I'm particularly interested in connecting with you today because it was your brainchild to do a refurbishment of the Stations of the Cross at Mater Dei. And Mater Dei here in South Africa is a beautiful Catholic retreat center that we and Father Ray and a number of people from St. Francis of Assisi have visited several times over the last 10 years. And maybe we just start out with that. Just tell us how you got this vision of, first of all, the need and what you figured out could be done to bring honor and dignity to the Stations of the Cross at Mater Dei.
Well, we've had the opportunity, as you know, Doc, to travel to South Africa 3 times in the last 6 years. And you've always taken us. One of the side excursions has been to go to that facility. And unfortunately, what we've seen, because of the elements being so harsh, the sun and the weather and whatnot, the outdoor Stations of the Cross there have just really deteriorated. It really bothered us the last time we were there because it is so meaningful to us, because if you think about what our good Lord went through that day, the heat, the dust, how the passion, how he was treated, it meant a lot to try and refurbish those so people could at least enjoy them in a more religious fashion. A lot of them you couldn't read. They were starting to fall over. And so we tried to come up with something that would be more endurable for your elements in South Africa, the sun and the weather and the heat. And so that's really where it started. Then we started to brainstorm together. What can we do? What's available?
Absolutely. And you've gotten to know Father Sonny very well. He has been managing Mater Dei for the past 15 years, and I've worked closely with him for at least most of those 15 years. And just an incredible man, and just we love working with him. I so wish you guys had been able to be here when we put up the Stations of the Cross. He was just blown away at the quality of what you came up with and what the team put up. And one of the things he was particularly amazed at was seeing an American bishop get his hands dirty putting these Stations of the Cross up. He said in Africa, the bishop would never, ever do physical work. He would stand around and kind of supervise. But we had Bishop Johnson here, and what an incredible guy. And we all had such a wonderful time installing these. But just the expression on Father Sonny's face when he realized the quality of what was coming. And at first, all we had was the wooden the crosses. He didn't even see the beautiful plaques that you guys got created there in America. So we had a couple of episodes when he saw the quality of the crosses and how large they were and how durable they were. And then about 2 or 3 months later, when the actual plaques started arriving with teams, he was again just blown away with the quality. And he was out there working and helping us install every step of the way. And it was just such a joyous occasion. And we now have Protestants that are beginning to appreciate the Stations of the Cross. So you guys are really making a difference here in South Africa. And Father Sonny and I have had lots and lots of chats about his legacy. Like I mentioned, he's been at this place for 15 years. And it was just a bush field, just a undeveloped piece of farmland when he moved there. And he has just made it incredibly beautiful over all those years. And pretty much he's done that himself. He would have Bible studies every year, and he'd get his Bible students to help with a project every year. And that's how he created a lot of the things that he's done there. And one of the things he wants to do as part of his legacy is refurbish, or actually build, a new chapel or church on the property. And you guys have celebrated Mass in the current chapel. And I don't know if you ever heard the story about that chapel, but when Father Sonny first moved on the farm, the Catholic diocese bought the farm, Father Sonny moved onto it. It was a bottle store, which means it was a liquor store, the current chaplain. And so it's quite a story of how that's all developed. And that chapel will seat maybe 25, 30 people at most. And he has a dream of building a church that'll seat over 100 people that come often to Mater Dei and worship here. And it really is a center for Catholics throughout the entire country of South Africa. I think you've seen the beautiful 5,000 seat open structure that he created a few years ago. It's just a concrete pad with a solid roof and open walls, and they bring in temporary chairs and temporary toilets, and they literally host 5,000 people on this campus about once a year. All the Catholics from this area come. So it's a very important site to make beautiful and to honor this whole area. One of the things that we were blessed by is the bishop here in the Polokwane Diocese got very involved with this project. And as you probably have heard, other things our ministry does, we just built a beautiful new Methodist church at Sturkefier School. And the Catholic bishop was so impressed